deferred and would be dealt with on a pan-India basis subsequently.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
Alan, may I just clarify?
Right, so now,
Apart from ACP for post-graduation also, for a promotion also it has been still be
covered by
the same
it will
ACP.
be covered by the same
Will be
order.
covered by this order.
Your Lordship,
But Miss, we are prima facie of the view that this must be granted at every ACP stage also. It was not like a one-time
Yes.
one-time incentive.
But now for promotion also it has been stopped for Nagaland state.
We'll see. Promotion you have stopped.
Stopped it.
Your Lordship, yes, we've just
That we'll
given
resolve.
one time
Doesn't
and that
matter,
is approved.
resolve it in a short order. It's not a very major thing.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
Now what is
Your
left
Lordship,
is only
the
Now
Chief
what-
Secretary and the Finance Commissioner are also
Yes,
present.
expensive, yes.
Obliged.
because Meghalaya is done, Himachal is done, but what is left is Haryana. Haryana, only one aspect, that's para 60 at page 14. The state of Haryana in its affidavit dated 20th August 24 had stated that it has issued necessary GOs revising pay, pension and allowances. The affidavit stated the following. Further stated that domestic help allowance, medical allowance, your Lordship will kindly note that, are not extended by the state government to any new pension scheme retirees. So what they did, so far as all the other concerns are, conditions are concerned, they have met, pay, pension, arrears, all that has been met. But these two allowances, they are saying if judges start retiring under the new pension scheme, they will neither be entitled to medical allowance nor will be entitled to domestic help.
Mr. Perrin, you have to grant this. What is this?
Minutes, as far as this part is concerned, minutes, my instructions are minutes, because this issue specifically, minutes, this is pending consideration, because minutes,
But this is
old pension scheme, whether
But this is independent.
minutes, we are already giving it to all the serving judicial officers. We are giving it to the retirees under the old pension scheme. As far as the retirees under the NPS minutes, for that thing only minutes, there is a little ambiguity minutes. With respect to this minutes, we are saying that whether they will fall.
No other state has this problem.
We'll keep pending.
My lord may decide this issue one way or the other. This
We'll
whole-
decide it with the,
Yes, my lord may decide this one.
we'll decide this issue with the
quickly.
pension scheme.
Please, madam, please.
The state of Haryana, in its affidavit dated 20 August 2024, has stated that it has issued GOs for revising pay, pension and allowances. The affidavit, however, indicates as follows. Para 60 में copy कर लो. We take on record the assurance that all other allowances, except for the domestic help allowance and medical allowance, have been paid.
Please, madam.
They've been paid, no?
Yes, madam. Even the old pensions, retirees under old pension scheme, they have also been.
What stated that the retirees under the old pension scheme have been paid the domestic help allowance and medical allowance also.
Please, madam.
Stop. The issue, however, pertains only to retirees under the new pension scheme. Since the issue in regard to the applicability of the new pension scheme is pending before this court, we defer further consideration of this aspect.
In fact, I just wanted to add something in that
Yeah,
regard. The new pension scheme has now acquired certain dimension.
we saw
So
the
that
other day.
you'll not defer it for the time being, so that none of those issues are taken up.
My lord, we,
Very
my
well.
lord may decide this issue of old pension scheme
That's all
in
right.
one
That-
way, so that, my lord, this is decided.
Right.
I don't think this tweaking will really help. My lord.
All right. So now that is Haryana. Now
On compliance,
Orissa is compliance is over.
all is done. my lord.
Now we have to, yes, the appearance is dispensed with,
Of
no
late.
difficulty.
So far,
Now-
I just wanted to point out, Security Commission recommendation came in 1999. 2007 is when 99% compliance was recorded. We are much better in terms of the record. 22, your lordships accepted the first set of recommendations. In 24, we are at least 95% compliant. Security Commission took 99 to 2007, one after the other, coaxing the states into complying with the recommendations your lordships approved. It took 8 years then. The second NJPC has taken much lesser time,
Yes.
2 years time.
Now, what are the general directions that we have to, we will say that, so the present order has dealt with the issue of compliance with the directions contained in the order dated 4 January 2024 and the previous orders.
Previous orders.
Full stop. Apart from the above directions, we issue the following general directions, bracket 1. In the event that any individual grievances subsist of judicial officers in any state, this may be brought to the attention of the committees of the judges of the High Court,
Yes.
constituted in pursuance of the order dated 4 January 2024. That's one.
In
Because
respect of specific allowances, there are disputes that may go to the committee. There are specific allowances partly implemented, not implemented.
To this one above, the direction in one above would also cover any grievances in respect of specific allowances, which should be resolved at the level of the state stroke duty concerned by the committee of judges.
But so far as the problems that our judicial officers are facing in terms of withdrawal, etc., your lordships had issued specific directions in para 85 and 86 of the judgment dated 4/1/24. Your lordships will say that the high courts will make that compliant, because your lordships have directed them to have standard operating procedures, put it on the website, say how well they can medical
Paragraphs,
85 and 86 belows. Those directions, your lordship will just reiterate.
High Court, the committees of judges in the High Courts constituted in pursuance of the order dated 4 January 2024 shall in particular ensure that a standard operating procedure as mandated in paragraphs 85 and 86 of the order is duly put into place in any event by 30th September 2020.
You said that your lordships will direct them to meet at least once a month or a fortnight.
The fourth, in order to resolve all pending issues in regard to the payment of pending issues pertaining to the grievances of the officers, any subsisting issues regarding the grievances of the officers in regard to the payment of allowances, we request the committees constituted by the High Courts to meet once every month so that the grievances are resolved expeditiously. I think we'll say once every month.
My lord, I filed an application and seeking your lordship's permission to recommend to the government for increasing the retirement age to 61.
Should we get into that? You can always do that, but you require us to give you liberty.
My lord, because of the,
What will happen is, as far as Telangana is concerned, its retirement age to 61. Of what? 1 minute. The government employees age was increased from 60 to 61 in Telangana. So the High Court sat with the government, and the government put an application before your lordships and saying that the judicial officer
In
Telangana.
Telangana.
But that was with the concurrence of the government. The High Court, the judicial officers, and the government was at dialogue, because and your lordship also agreed to it immediately. Those
I remember that order.
although this commission had said that it's not going to recommend any increase in the retirement age,
It was because the government was willing to do it.
was willing to do it. Now there seems to be some concern as far as the state government.
My lords, may I just take a minute to point out for this?
They have also increased it for their employees from 60 to 61
In Andhra.
in Andhra. Question is whether that increase also must, the benefit of the increase must also given to judicial officers. But there are two reasons why it ideally should be. One, at the district judge cadre, we are now facing an extreme crunch. We don't get enough officers every year for recruitment across your lordship's knows that. Two, all the special courts that the different statutes mandate are all district judges. POCSO, CJI, politicians' courts, MPs, MLAs courts are all manned by district judges. So it is something that will actually benefit the system if we increase the retirement age by
But
a
there's
year.
no reason why the High Court should not take it up with the
So the
state.
High Court agrees with it. The question is whether the state will now agree with it. Your Lordship.
My lords, we have no problem.
Well, the state requested us to send a recommendation.
My lords, if I may explain what has happened. The state had carried out an amendment and increased from 60 to 62. That was set aside by the Honorable High Court in light of my lord's judgment. My lords, therefore, now, as of now, the age is 60. If my lord,
Or
for the retirement of judicial officers.
judicial officer.
My lords, if my lords consider the application of the High Court, the High Court may approach us and we will consider it in due course. My lords, it is a policy decision and a legislative amendment which must be carried out.
Well, the High Court
You are appearing for the High Court?
yes.
But why did we set aside the decision of the government to increase it from 60 to?
No, that's for the
60 to 62.
that's for the civil service, not for the judicial office.
No, my lords, no. For judicial officers, it was increased from 60 to 62. Vide an order dated 16/9/22. The Honorable High Court, relying on my lord's judgment in the 4th All India Judges case, says 62 due to hierarchy of courts. The retirement of a district judge at 62 is not permissible. Whereupon Telangana carried out an amendment, made it 61. High Court approached pursuant to the amendment. In Andhra, there is no 61 amendment, which is why
So
the
now, therefore, there's really nothing, okay.
Pending there.
The High Court can certainly approach the government of
Yes,
Andhra to increase it from 60
The
to
state
61.
government asked the High Court to send a recommendation for amendment.
Right.
Now, because of the judgment of your lordships, my lord, the High Court thought it fit to seek permission of your lordship.
We
to send
quashed the increase from 60 to 62, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does our judgment prevent the government and the High Court from increasing it from 60 to 61?
No, my lords, in the state of Telangana, that amendment has been upheld by my lords. In state of Andhra, that amendment has yet to be done. We are only asking that the matter may take its due course in amendment. We may be permitted to consider it, my lords.
Your lordship.
Why do you require us to give you a stamp of approval? Let the High Court do it. The Chief Justice is to do it.
Your lordship only say that the High Court may send.
Why should we? Something that the Chief Justice themselves have to do. Why do you have to be so?
Because my lord, the judgment of your lordships, my lords, in the All India Judges Association
Look,
says
that said that 62,
from 60 to 62.
from 60 to 62,
My
because
lord.
there has to be some difference to be maintained.
My lord,
Now, 60 to 61
Telangana.
is affected in the case of Telangana. That has the imprimatur not only of the states and the high courts, but our imprimatur also. Now, if similarly for Andhra, if you want to submit a proposal to the state of Andhra Pradesh, please do it. Please tell Justice Thakur to send it across to the state government. We have no difficulty. But you don't require, I don't see why we have to certify that you can do it. Do it. Who's going to oppose it? It can be the state government. It can be the judicial officers. So long as it is something short of 62, why should we stand in the way? Especially because the Telangana judicial officers have got it. Right?
Confusion arose because of your lordship saying.
That's all right. Now there's no confusion. Have a word with the learned Chief Justice. All right? You can show him the order which was passed for Telangana. Ma'am, why don't you do this? Just share the order which was passed for Telangana with the learned Registrar General.
We will do it, my lords. However, they are aware of it. And they are aware that
He
it's
knows
supposed
it.
to
You don't
legislative.
require us to. All right. So this part is over now.
Because already this part is over, Millet. Today also, your lordship had listed the suo moto so far as the High Court judges' salaries and the fixation of High Court, a number of issues. So I have just put in a note, Millet, some of those.
Do we take it up today or do we take it
Your
up?
lordship will just adjourn these matters because pleadings are not complete. If your
All.
lordship just kindly takes the note for a minute, Millet. There is a horizon. I've just made it easier and put one vertical and one horizontal.
Yes.
Well, this is an entire batch of matters connected with the suo moto. On the last occasion, your lordship had issued notice in the suo moto. There are 3 matters in which I have indicated formal notice has not gone, pleadings are not complete. Your lordships will direct.
Which are those?
Item number 5,
5,
7,
and
15.
5 is refixation. 7 is Hate Singh, right?
Right.
That's Hate Singh Yadav.
That's right. Millet.
And 15 is refixation of pension, additional pension.
Right. Millet.
So we'll issue notice. They are on board today, right?
They're all on board today. Your
We'll
lordship.
issue notice. returnable on kar do. After 2 weeks,
4 weeks, my lord. Let the
Within
pleadings
4 weeks
also be
karo.
complete. Let the pleadings also be completed, then we'll.
readings be completed in the
Well,
meantime.
this can be detached from the All India judges because this is High Court
Just
pension.
detag this, these are High Court pension matters, all right, and detag it and we list it separately.
There are two employees matters which have also come in the list today. That also will be detagged and your lordship should call
Can
it.
you just give him the
We'll give the numbers. We'll give the numbers.
employees matters detag kar do, wo alag list hai.
1.8.
We'll take it up.
Looking for a very long
We'll-
time.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
take it up,
Yes.
all right.
Grateful.
Your lordship.
There is 1.17.
That is in this one. The High Court judges fix it.
1.2. Your lordship.
This is also the High Court judges in the same batch. What Mr. Divedi is appearing in.
1.17, no, it's a pension matter, my lord, just claiming the benefit of the judgment of the lordship already delivered, my lord, in
Again, High
Rahul
Court
Garg's
judges.
case.
High Court judges, my lord. Because there are three or
Notice
four.
has been issued in that matter?
Yes, notice was issued.
Because the union is contesting, there are 3 or 4 sets of matters in the High Court judges case. One, additional judges who were not made permanent, died in office, family is not getting pension, number one. Additional judges, if they don't complete the requisite qualification as of qualifying years of service as a High Court judge, whether they are entitled to pension at all, issue number 2. District judges who are under the new scheme, new pension scheme going as High Court judges, which is the lead matter your lordship took so moto cognizance of, because he was not entitled, the gentleman there was not entitled to pension as a district judge because he was under the new scheme, and he became a High Court judge. Even after retirement as a High Court judge, they are giving him the same new pension scheme pension and not the pension that otherwise High Court judges are entitled to. So there are 6 or 7 issues. I have tabulated them, my lords, in each one. What is the issue? Your lordships will have it because the union is contesting each one of them.
No, in my case, it's squarely covered by the judgment, there's no question of contest, my lord, in this case. It's on all 4.
I know, but we'll have to hear the other side, right?
The union.
Who's appearing for the union?
My lord, may I need 30 seconds, my lord?
Detag.
My lord, may allow me 30 seconds, my lord?
Your
My
lordship
lord, may
have
allow me 30 seconds, my lord?
Lordships have interpreted part 3. We are claiming this benefit as interpreted by lordships. The other thing your lordship
Can we
said,
detag that matter and then hear that? Then just detag that and keep it on another day, on a Friday. We'll see then, so we doesn't get lost in this big bunch.
only 4 paragraphs your lordship judgment have to pay.
We'll keep it either on next Monday or something.
May I seek my lordship permission, my lord? To mention item number 1.2 to 1.6, my lord. In one of them, lord, is the petition of R.P. Mishra, my lord, who's not getting salary for the last 9 months, my lord. He's a sitting judge of Patna High Court, my lord.
Right. We are keeping all of them together. And we'll keep it, because, there are some matters where notice was not issued. We'll hear it together in 4 weeks and resolve it.
My lord, what is happening is he's not getting salary for the last 10 months, my lord.
Same problem, salaries.
He's a sitting judge of the Patna High Court, my
What
lord.
the concern is this, they are saying he does not have a GPF account, therefore he is not entitled to salary. It's a very weird case, my lords. They are saying these are officers who are under the new pension scheme. They are working as
Decide
sitting-
that new pension scheme, straight away, all
At
this
some
will be
point of
over,
time,
my lord.
because they are saying, because these are sitting judges, judicial officers who were born into the new pension scheme, they don't have a GPF account, therefore we will not transfer salaries also. This is sitting judge of the Patna High.
My lord, what?
Once your lordship decides that matter, all this will
I am seeking.
fall through, my lord.
Your lord.
Who's appearing for
I
the
am
union?
appearing.
We'll take it up separately in another, we'll keep it up, dealing this matter, just Mishra's matter, and we'll take it up either on Friday or Monday, we'll take it up.
It will take only 1 minute, my lord, if you lord take, my lord. Only my lordship may see page number 63 and 64.
Who are you appearing for?
For R.P. Mishra, my lord, Justice R.P. Mishra.
We are taking it up.
Take it in.
We'll take it up, we are not keeping it in the group. We'll take it up next Monday for Justice R.B. Mishra's matter. And who's appearing for the Union of India?
My lords, I'm here. Learned Attorney General was leading us, my lords.
Right, we ask him to be here next Monday, we'll take it up.
There are 3 judges, I'll give the numbers of all 3 judges, who are sitting judges who are not being denied salary because of this issue.
Your lordship, Hon'ble, I.
My lord,
Not receiving salary?
For
my lord, I need 30 seconds, my lord.
Question is not of
My
pension.
lord, may allow
It is
30
saying
seconds, my
because
lord.
you were born into a cadre which did not have a assured old pension scheme, you don't have a GPF account. Our software does not provide for giving salaries to a person who does. That is what I am saying. This is
It's for Friday, we'll take it up this Friday.
very well.
Your lordship,
Take it up,
one more.
because tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, we are in a CB, so we'll take it up on Friday.
Your lordship's one more application. I am not getting pension since 2014. Notice has been issued. That also may be tagged along with this.
No, that's the district, that's all India judges.
That's an all India judges issue. These High Court judges, we'll take it up on Friday. Let's at least start clearing. Otherwise, if everybody asks for tagging, nothing gets disposed of. At least let's deal with these two matters, Mr. Dwivedi's matter and this matter. We'll deal with it this Friday, and then we'll see how best to move forward.
My lord, fixing some date for
The timetable. We can look at it then.
deeply obliged.
May I circulate a 3-page note, my lord?
Yes, please. That will be on that day. You can give it to us.
In that case, my lordship may direct, my lord, that item number 1.3, 1.2, 1.3 and 1.5, my lordship may be taken on Friday, my lord, because all pertains to the judges of the Patna, sitting judges of the Patna High Court and Allahabad High Court.
All right.
1.2, 1.3 and 1.5. I'm grateful.
1.19 to 1.19.
What is that?
I'm appealing 1.20.
What is that?
That is also retired judges.
Parmeshwar, what are those matters?
Those matters are, there is a
From Madhya Pradesh.
fixation of pension for those judges who came from the district judiciary into the High Court. Their pension is now fixed lower than the judges who are elevated from the bar, because the same concern, this old pension, new pension scheme. So at some point of time, because your lordship will decide that old pension, new pension scheme, then all this will fall into place. Essentially, my lords, in all these petitions, the argument is for one rank, one pension. Whether you have served as a High Court judge doesn't matter from what rank you
become a High Court judge, you will get the same.
You are entitled to the same pension as any of your colleagues are concerned. That essentially, if you're, that's the short point. If that point is decided, let's
that up also immediately.
That is item number 1.15 also, my lord. The same, my lord, the district judicial.
Ek hi kar lo. Keep
I will give the list, Millers. I'll give
just give the list. Parmeshwar will give it. But make sure you keep Mr. Dwivedi's matter and R.B. Mishra's matter first and second. We'll at least take it up, then open the others.
That's 1.15. I'm appearing for the CAG. There's a gap. There's a gap between the service before got promoted.
There can't be a difference in pensions of two people born in the same cadre. Can't be that some High Court judges get one pension, other High Court judges get another pension.
Already covered by my lord's judgment.
I'm going to start number 3, no? You just take up.
My lord, I am praying for 30 seconds, my lord. My lord, in the Kerala, my lord, the state has issued a notification. Whatever you were getting on 31st December 2015, that would be multiplied by 2.81, my lord. This is not correct, my lord, because that payment has to be revised. They have not done it, my lord.
Committee.
This is one thing, my lord.
It's for the allowances.
No, pay.
My lord, pension, my lord.
Why, have you taken it to the committee of judges?
My lord, your order.
My lord,
Because, otherwise 32 will become what? Look at, we have spent 2 hours in the morning only doing this on a Monday. That's why we've institutionalized it. Leave something for the committee of judges in the High Court. They are right there. They should be taking this up.
we have given that representation, my lord. Thereafter, we have filed a complementary petition, my lord. My lord has directed the chief secretary to come, my lord. That has been disposed of. But this is the fact, my lord. This is for the Kerala, my lord. And then, my lord, Jammu and Kashmir, my lord. Jammu and Kashmir has notified 1996, my lord.
Why don't you go to the committee of the High Court and have them look at it? That's why we institutionalize the process. Everything for every individual state, we start dealing with these individual grievances. It's impossible for us to. Ordinarily, you have to find a 226 petition. Now, just because there's some petition pending, everybody comes with IAs. We have therefore institutionalized the process by constituting committees of judges in the High Court. Surely, there has to be some faith in those committees. We have said we'll meet at least once a month.
My lord, the committee.
All right, we'll just rise for 5 minutes. We'll take up skill number 3.
Just one, sorry. I'm very sorry. Item 2 has been wrongly tagged with item 1. It has something to do with pay revision of the staff of the High Court, which is at par with the secretariat.
So 2 has to be delayed.
And it is the admitted matter of 2017.
2 has to be delayed.
2 has to be detagged, in my respect.
Yes.
Where you like.
Judgment.
If I may just make a prayer, my lord.